Good afternoon, everybody. It's 11:15, and this is the bonus coverage of the AgYield War Room. I'm Dan Dempsey, and I'll be moderating this session. We just got the USDA Planted Acres and Grain Stocks report. Quick rundown here. Corn acres, 91.475. Soybeans came back at 86.1. And all wheat acres at 47.285. On the grain stock side, for corn, 4.993. Soybeans came back at 970, and all wheat was 702. So to quickly digest the numbers, I know we're still taking a look at them. They were slightly delayed. USDA site had some issues here after the report. Justin, I guess kick us off with a few of your initial thoughts as we look through these numbers.
Yeah, still trying to go through it all. Obviously, they were delayed, so little caught behind here. But obviously, corn was a little bit bigger. Is what 800,000 more than the guess. Beans were about 600,000 below the guess as far as acres. So really nothing huge, but you look at the price action. It was just enough, obviously, to topple what's already been a pretty bearish couple of weeks that we've gone through. So you've had, D's corn got under 420. You had D's, so D's 24, D's 25 spread got all the way out to 45.5 carry, which is usually really hard to do at harvest. So we're absolutely pummeling these markets. Beans are higher right now. So I probably, going into the end of the month, first notice day, all those things we've been talking about, it's probably exacerbating this move here. Seems like we're getting pretty carried away here for the numbers, in my opinion. But again, it feels liquidating. It feels like people are forced to sell here. So we'll see how we close, but definitely a bloodbath right now from what I'm seeing in spreads and flat price.
And Dustin, anything to curtail there?
Yeah, I think the momentum's got the market on the run here. We have, obviously a bearish report for corn. When you've already had a pretty big sell-off and then you get some bearish numbers on top of it, you still kind of question like what Ben had said earlier in the day, give it a little bit to digest to see where market settles out. I would say when you're in levered markets, though, there's certainly something to be said about pushing longs already underwater. Getting that next margin call may cause some liquidation, may cause it to go further than you think. But we know there's been pretty good corn demand down here. And even though it's more corn acreage, it's still not necessarily the end-all be-all for the balance sheet until we see that final yield. So we'll have to see.
Justin, is this enough to fuel the funds? They've had a big short position. Is this enough to give them ammo?
I'd say so far, yes. They're in the driver's seat right here. It's working. I'm surprised how aggressively it's being sold off right now, but there's really nothing to be too friendly with right now. So I get it. If you've been a bull or you've been long, there's nothing really to bail you out here. The weather's turned favorable. Obviously, charts have turned down. Just not a lot of things to support you here. So we'll see if we overdo it here. In the short term, end of the month, we'll see if we can, maybe turn. But either way you look at it, it's not very friendly for bulls, unfortunately.
Yeah, and we'll continue to digest these numbers, guys. Any parting shots as we head into the weekend, or any final thoughts to wrap the report?
No, the only thing I would say real quick is like we've been talking about is really trying to figure out where your crop insurance and all those things kick in. So you make like really informed decisions at these levels. So there's gonna be a lot of panic and you just want to make sure you don't make a bad decision. So really understand where all those things kick in and what your actual coverage levels are. Where those floors kick in. The last thing you want to do is like get double sold at areas where you already have protection and kind of take away any kind of profit margin. So just really be diligent, I guess, would be my advice here.
Oh, that's perfect stuff. And also, anybody that needs to visit about any of those things, please don't hesitate to give us a shout, and we can talk through, all the things that we've been discussing the last couple of weeks. Let's get a quick market rundown here. December corn now down 20.5, 413.25. November soybeans are up 4 3/4, 1109.5. And December Chicago wheat's down 11.25 at 5.90 1/4. Every day that the markets are open, we're streaming live on X, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live, 8:15 Central Time. Hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll be back with you Monday morning. And like I said, after we digest some of these numbers, we'll have a little more to add there on Monday. So have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you Monday.
Thanks, Dan.